Okay, so have you ever gotten so into a game that it's like it embeds itself in your brain? Like it's
Constantly.
more than just the game, right? It's like this whole era of your life, kind of like a time capsule almost.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what we're getting into today, how games can be more than just, digital stuff and become something way bigger. We're looking at World of Warcraft, specifically someone's personal experience with it. And this game's turning 20 this year.
Wow, 20 years. That's incredible.
Yeah. So whether you've taken down like the Lich King or whatever, or
Yeah.
this is all new to you, we're going to dig into why this game still has people hooked after all this time.
Right? It's fascinating.
Yeah.
So this player, they talk about when they first got into Azeroth back in 2004, and they mentioned the graphics, saying they were amazing for the time. It's a good reminder that how a game looks isn't the only thing that matters, especially if it wants to stay relevant.
For sure. I mean, it's like you might have those old sneakers that you love, right?
Yeah.
They might not be as cool as the new ones, but there's a reason you keep them around.
Definitely. Sentimentality is a powerful thing.
So what was it about WoW back then? What made it more than just a fad?
Well, this person talks about how well developed the world was, even back then.
Okay.
It wasn't just a bunch of random quests and stuff. It actually felt like a real world with a deep history and lore.
I see. So you're not just playing a game, you're kind of living in it a bit.
Exactly. And the gameplay itself was just really engaging.
Okay, now that's something I can get behind. But what do you mean by engaging? What made it so fun to play?
Well, this person specifically mentions the different character classes. Like you could be a warrior or a mage or a rogue.
Right.
And each one played so differently, had its own progression. You could really connect with your character, find your people.
Find your people.
Right. And then there were the raids.
Oh, yeah. The raids were huge.
Right. We're talking massive 40-person raids where you had to work together to take down these like huge, challenging bosses. And that's where it gets really interesting. It's not just about, being good at the game by yourself. It's about teamwork and working together with other people.
Right. That's what gets me about these online games. They're like these surprise ways to meet people, I mean, okay, maybe I was a little too into EverQuest back in the day.
Huh?
But I get it. It's about those shared experiences.
Totally. And that's actually something else this player mentions. They talk about how much their experience with the game's community grew during the Wrath of the Lich King expansion.
Okay.
That's when they really made those lasting friendships. They're actually still close to some of those people today.
Yeah.
Which I think is just so cool.
Yeah.
And it's not even just about the people you meet. It's the memories you make along the way. This player talks about coming back to WoW again and again over the years.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And they even said, nothing will ever capture the feeling of the first time you step into the world of Azeroth.
Wow.
Like, it's just this really special memory for them.
Yeah, it's like, that's the thing about nostalgia, right? Like, you go back and look at an old photo album, and it might be a little faded, but you still remember how much fun you were having at that time.
Yes. And it's the same kind of thing with games.
So it seems like YW isn't just popular because it's a well-made game, but because of the community it has and the feelings it brings back.
Exactly. It's about having a really solid base to build from, making connections with people, and creating lasting memories.
Right.
And that's what makes these games more than just entertainment.
Yeah.
They become a part of who we are.
It really makes you think, what game would be your time capsule? That one that just brings back all those memories.